Hello, World History. This is day 26. This is 26C, and this will be our last lecture for today. Now, the Athenian Empire, the Delian League, peaks under Pericles. He is a very notable leader of Athenian and Greek history. His funeral oration is considered a great speech in history, so if you're curious, you can check that out. And something that he said about democracy and about Athens and Greece is our system of government does not copy the institutions of our neighbors. It is more the case of our being a model to others. Our constitution is called a democracy because power is in the hands not of a minority, but the whole people. Everyone is equal before the law. What counts is not membership of a particular class, but the actual ability which the man possesses. So that's kind of something to think about. Think about to what extent you agree, disagree with that. When can that be taken advantage of? So under Pericles and under the Delian League, Athens and Sparta are going to end up going to war. They are the two most powerful and most famous city-states, and they're going to both have different people who agree with them behind them. And if you look at this map, the allies of Athens are shown in purple on this map. So you can say they have a good percentage of Greece. Sparta also has a good percentage of Greece being shown there in green. And notably, Sparta has a lot of support way up here. Some states did remain neutral, which is difficult to do. And then the red kind of explosions show Athenian victories here and over here on the Turkish coast. And note Byzantium up here because we're going to see that at the end of the Roman Empire. These orange sunbursts note Spartan victories. Note that Sparta had a victory as far away as here. That's a pretty good journey by ship at that time. And Sparta has a victory near Ephesus here. So this is the Peloponnesian War. And as any civil war is going to do, it is going to wreck Greece. Greece is going to kind of fall apart before it can rebuild again. And what's going to be rebuilt of Greece is not really its own empire, but its legacy of history. It's going to take culture to other lands through Alexander, who we'll talk about. Thucydides, quote, "The Athenians as rulers were no longer as popular as they used to be." Sparta versus Athens. They fight for 27 years. Sparta, of course, has the best warriors, a larger population, probably because Sparta's lost so many soldiers and it's kind of harsh on its people. A bigger population and a great navy is initially had by Athens. But a plague, which I think we can relate to, having survived COVID 2019, 2020, a plague kills 60% of Athens' population. Okay, we didn't lose that much of a percent by the grace of God. But we know what it's like to be living in a time of disease where the disease is spreading, etc. Athens experiences that, and they lose a lot of people. And for that reason, they're going to be so weakened that Sparta is going to win. The Delian League, as we've talked about, so here showing you on the map again, the blue is Sparta and allied states, the red Athens and allied states. The Persian Empire is over here. There are neutral Greeks in the gray there. So there's some key moments. In the end, Sparta wins. Sorry, that was too fast. I need to go back there. Sparta wins. You need to write that down. No more empire, and we go back to independent city-states, which have considerably been weakened because the two strongest city-states are not what they used to be, losing many people in battle. Again, Peloponnesian War, 431 to 404, 400 years before Christ. Sparta versus Athens, essentially. Sparta wins. Key things to remember. So Athens is defeated, but the war affects all of Greece. All of Greece is weakened and vulnerable. A house divided cannot stand. Now we're going to talk about some Greek philosophers, because the legacy that we get from Greece in the end is not land. There are ruins of buildings, but it's not really a military legacy in the end. There's some epic battles. What we get in the end from from Greece is their thinking. So we're going to talk about their thinkers, their philosophers, kind of in the order of them. Socrates is the first one, the first notable one we're